Okay, hi there, everyone. My name's Jeff Cardille. I was here for just the first day. I had to come back to Montreal here where I teach at McGill. I've got classes on Tuesday and Wednesday. And Monday, I can only skip the one day. So sorry to have missed you all for most of the meeting, but hopefully this will be interesting for you. So I wanted to let you know, anyone who doesn't already know, about our new open access book about Earth Engine fundamentals and applications. I'm going to show you just a few slides, 7 slides today, and talk you through the idea and what it is that might be interesting to you. So the project works like this. We've produced a free open access book. It has 55 chapters. The book contains tutorials in order to teach you everything, or at least a lot, about Earth Engine. There are about 100 authors, 1,200 pages. It's a really, really very long book if you were going to try to do it all the way from beginning to end. We don't expect everyone to do it from beginning to end, and so we have different entry points that I'll tell you about in just a minute for people with different skill levels and different backgrounds. All of us are volunteers. This is just an effort that we have done just to give back to the community. I've gotten a lot of really great knowledge and ability to do my work from Earth Engine. And so for me, for my participation, this was a chance for me to give back. It's been really great. It's been really carefully reviewed with more than 350, maybe now 400 reviews of chapters, and it will be published publicly on Springer Open Publishing for free this year. We're also producing a video series and some translations, which I'll tell you about at the end. I mentioned multiple entry points to the book, and here's what we mean. So if you have absolute beginners in your group, or if you yourself are an absolute beginner and have never written any computer program at all, that's what the very first chapter covers. The basics of JavaScript and what a variable is, how do you print something to the screen, that type of very introductory work. And then the next few chapters after that give you an introduction to Earth Engine itself. And so that by the end, when you're in section F4 that you see there, the 4th fundamental section, you learn about image collections and how we can manipulate image collections for interpreting time series. If you go to the very last bullet, you'll see where it says applications chapters. There are 20 or so applications in a bunch of different realms, and I'll tell you about those realms on this slide. So you can access our author's copy of this book whenever you want. Right now at www.eefa, that's Earth Engine Fundamentals and Applications -book.org. Or you can use that QR code. So here you see the sections represented. I've mentioned a lot of the fundamental sections on the left. On the right, we have the breakdown for the applications chapters. You can see 8 human applications chapters, a whole bunch of aquatic and hydrological applications, and then a lot of terrestrial applications. Our goal wasn't really to try to cover every aspect of how Earth Engine can be used, but to give people who maybe don't have any contact with people in the Earth Engine community, to give them a way to understand how it can be used, and maybe some authors who they might interact with sometime in the future. So that's the idea. These are those chapters. You see those 3 check marks in green over on the left, and that represents the chapters, the sections for which we have already made videos. Some of the dots on this page, these are people who are using the book, and that's not through a survey, it's through actual visitation to the site. So it's stored at just a simple Weebly site, and this is where people have visited that from as of maybe about a month ago. And every single time I go to look at who has currently got this tab open, there are people in different parts of the world, depending on where it is daytime in different parts of the world. So it's quite thrilling for me. So here's the next to last slide. You can see down at the bottom where it says a video series. What we are doing is each author of the book, of each chapter, is walking through their chapter from beginning to end. We trim that, prepare it just a very little bit, and then put it on YouTube. And so the idea is other people in the future for the next 10 years will be able to go and watch the author explaining their detailed look at the chapter, and the captioning then could be available in their own language. So even if the person is speaking English, and they will be able to then see and learn in their own language by following along with the video series. You see down at the bottom, though, we also want the book to be available in other languages. There are a bunch of volunteers, maybe 30 or 40 volunteers so far. And I think within about a month, maybe 2 months, we will begin that process of producing these volunteer translations, maybe with some help from AI. Not exactly sure how we'll do that. And so just to finish, if you'd like, you can check it out there at ifabook.org, or you can go and visit the YouTube channel. And if you want to go and see these slides, that QR code is there at the bottom. All right, and with that, I'll say thank you very much. I really appreciate your interest in giving me a chance to speak. Talk soon.